You know who I would be like beyond stressed out about to meet in person would be Shania Twain. Simply because she is so hard to impress. Probably, quite possibly, the hardest person in the world to impress. Brad Pitt doesn't do it for her. Rocket scientist, and that's very impressive stuff. Nothing for Shania. Absolutely squat. She says, get out of here. What could you do? What could you do to impress Shania Twain? Like, really? I hope I don't ever meet her. Like, she's great, but I would be so stressed the entire time. I'm starting to get a little oniony just thinking about it, to be honest. Hello. It is I think it's 3:01 in the morning, and I am gonna wax myself and answer your assumptions about me honestly. Just raw, honest. I had you guys ask me this on my Instagram. It's right here if you want to check it out. These puppies have not been shaved in a very long time. I don't know if you can see that in this, but they're very lush. Let's get into this. I really love water bottles like these because I drink so much more water now, but the only problem is all I do is pee because I'm intaking so much water. I don't have time for a social life. Not that that's even a thing right now, but even less of a thing because all I do is pee. You can't go out and have a good time, a sincere good time with someone if you always have to pee. You always gotta get up. You always gotta go to the bathroom. Sorry, I gotta go pee. Uh-oh. Sorry, the chamber's full. I gotta go drain it. Water is so good for you though, so get you a bottle and pee all the time like me. This is how you warm up the wax. You was very innocent, but not. This is a true one. I was a bad little kid. I got into all kinds of trouble. Like, we used to sneak in buildings, like break into them and like hang out and stuff. And we really didn't realize the seriousness of the things we were doing. We kind of did, but not really. Luckily, we never got caught. That would have been not a good time. A lot of people think I grew up on my family's farm, like in my earlier videos, and I did not. I grew up right outside of Cincinnati. I was a little hellion. We didn't get the farm until I was 12 or so, and I only lived there a few years because I moved out when I was 16, so I actually didn't live there very long at all. I was so small and like I looked so innocent, just a little like delicate, little puny, little dweeb, but I was mean. I love it when they're long enough and you can kind of like pet them. So we got one square done. I can hear my echo and my ukuleles behind me. You have a bush. I have several outside, yes. Good job. You are thinking to make money as a prawn star. No. If that was the case, I would already be doing it. Sorry, it's the truth. Okay, alright, okay. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh! Wow, that's so nice though. Oh! I missed a whole little patch right here. I'm going to kind of do like a little half this. A little half rub, just a little wicker slim shady. Okay. Oh, that didn't really work, kinda. I'm gonna try again. Whew. I'm just pulling out the skin. I actually bought this pack to wax my boyfriend's armpits, or armpit. Actually, as a prank, which we did on TikTok. You can head over there and check that out if you want. My TikTok name is right here. It is, I think, tabs24x score, same as my Instagram, same as my Snapchat as well. All those are linked right here and linked below. You wanted to be a stripper at some point in your life. This is true. The other kids do this. The other kids definitely did this. But we would make our Barbies and stuff like strippers all the time. I didn't even know what a stripper was. But they just always were talking about them in songs and stuff. And I remember someone saying like, yeah, they're talking about like strippers and stuff. And like you dance and you get paid. And I was like, hell yeah, I can cut a good rug and get to do that and make money from it. Yeah. So yeah, I did want to be a stripper at some point in my life. However, not at all once I found out what it was. Oh, Jesus, that was weird. Oh no. 100% because I absolutely cannot stand to be touched. And the idea of touching strangers and strangers touching me is like my absolute worst nightmare. So it would not be a good thing for me. This one's messed up. I'm kind of scared. I feel like it's not going to work right. I'm going to warm it up for a second longer. But yeah, young me. If I could get up there, I was like, yeah, get up there, do a good cha-cha slide, little electric slide, Cupid shuffle, Cotton Eye Joe. Sign me up. I'll be a stripper. Oh, God. It did very nice though. Good job. Look at all the roots. I like this method of vlogging or whatever this is while doing it. It kind of takes some of the attention off of the pain. It doesn't hurt as bad, which legs really aren't that bad, I don't think. I've only been professionally waxed once, and it was quite an adventure. This is not like I was just getting my legs waxed other places. And they brought multiple people in, and they were like teaching them how to properly wax it, and just like talking about it for cases when you have, you know, bigger or deeper roots, as I had. It was interesting. I can make a whole story time about this if you guys would like, because it was quite the ordeal. I had my pits, legs, and a full Brazilian done in one appointment. I assume you collect your scabs in a tin can like all the other normies. Definitely not. I most definitely eat good scabs, and that's the truth. Oh God, it did it again. It did like a half thing, but it still works, so I'm just gonna go with it. Boogers don't do it for me, but I'll eat a good scab if it's, you know, if it looks like a good scab. Oh, Kelly Clarkson! I feel like this one, that spot really didn't have that much hair, so I can use it again in this part. So we're gonna two-time Sally the lower half. It helps if you make this face. That wasn't that bad. Maybe it just didn't work. Well, no, it did good. Wow, the breathing method helps. It's like labor. You're pulling out. Think of the hair follicle, not the whole root, the hair root that you're pulling out. Think of it as a baby, a little fetus that's trying to be born, and you are removing it from the birth canal. So when you breathe, when you pull, that's like a contraction. That's when you're pushing. That's when you're delivering the baby. It's a good method. It's a good tip. Keep it in mind. And I'm serious. This isn't a joke. Keep that in mind when you wax your legs, if you're doing it yourself. Even if you're not, if you're going somewhere, explain to them, and they'll be like, that's, wow. That one still hurts. These little guys in the very back are really hard because they grow like at an angle. So these ones are always difficult. You like to eat sticks of butter whole. Okay, so when I was a kid, I actually really did like to eat whole sticks of butter. And my mom would give them to me. And they're some of my earliest memories of life. And this is the truth. I grew up, when I was very young, I lived in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. And we lived in a little cul-de-sac at the bottom of a giant hill. We were at the very bottom. It was very steep, and we had a cute little house. It had been in the family like a few generations. It was cool. But I only lived there up until I was like 3.5, almost 4. But I do remember the sticks of butter. But they were really good if you dipped them in sugar and ate it like a popsicle. And I distinctly remember one time being across the street. We had one of the red wagons. It was great. But I had a stick of butter in one hand. And I wasn't in the wagon. It was just kind of like in front. And there were a bunch of ants. A ton of ants. And I remember just smearing it in the ants, and it's all like melting, and there's just a lot of crud in it. And I remember eating it, and it was great. It was a good time. So I assume that you are ridiculously ticklish, but you don't like to admit it. That's actually true. One time, and this is a true story, it was like my sister's first love, her first boyfriend, and he was a great guy. He was a good guy. He was tickling me on our front porch, and I am 7 years younger than my older sister. So she was like, I don't know, she was in her teens or whatever, and I was still pretty young. He wouldn't stop, and I was getting so frustrated. So I can't remember, I either punched him or I kicked him in his face. The god dang camera overheated. But I kicked him or punched him, I don't remember which, in his face, and I'm pretty sure it like busted his nose or his mouth. That's definitely something though, and I don't know why. It's like kind of like almost like a defensive thing. People are like, well, are you ticklish? Like, no, I'm not that ticklish. Or like the people that you're like, are you ticklish? And you're like, no, I'm not. Like they act like they're superior because you're not ticklish. Like, cool, good for you. You know, like if you go to tickle someone and then they're just real, serious, it's like, okay, acting like a demigod because they don't like to giggle. This is the first one on this leg, is introducing the pain to it. I'm nervous. All right. Ooh, I didn't do it on that breath. Okay, you can do this. I got to deliver all the little fetus hairs. Pull them out. 1, 2, 3, go. Ouch. Oh, Lord. That was not that good. Well, no, that was all right. Bless his heart, though. One time I know I stabbed him in the hand with a fork. Also, there was no tickling involved in that one. I don't remember what it was, but he got forked big time. I was also a spitter because I was just so tiny, like exceptionally tiny. I am full grown in my final form of height, and I'm like right under 4'10", like right under 4'10", like I'm 4'9", 4'10", depending on the day. If I've been stretching, I'm feeling taller, I got good posture, probably 4'10". So I was extremely tiny, and people just loved to tickle me. That's probably why in my adult years I'm like, whatever, like not that ticklish. I'm pretty ticklish, only in some places, but that's probably why, because it used to give me so good. People used to just always go and tickle me when I was tiny. It was like tiny tickle me Tabby. Everyone just loved to do it, and I would get sick of it. It starts to hurt. I know you can kill people that way, so I would spit on them and get them to stop. It was really gross, but it worked. It definitely worked. You pick your nose. That was a good one. This side is just, it hurts more on this side. I don't know why. Everyone picks their nose, and you lie if you say you don't. You got to take care of it. I think it's a part of hygiene. Depending on how you do it, and like if you just sticking your little dirty digits up in there, then no, I mean that's not very hygienic. But sometimes you have to, and you'll get those ones where they hurt. They flat out downright hurt. You got to get them out. So yeah, I do pick my nose, and no, I'm not ashamed to admit that I do that. Look at that bad boy. That is a bad boy. What you gonna do when they come for you? You look like the party girl type, but really you're just a stay-at-home type gal. I look like the party type? Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. He's like, hey, what up, girl, in the background. I think that's what he says. Yeah, that's true. I don't I am not a partier. I've been to one party in the last like several years, like actual like party, and that was for my best friend's birthday. I really value my alone time. I really like to be by myself. Ah, my God, these ones hurt. They're doing good. It's doing good though. Like I missed this little patch right here, so I'm gonna just do a quick little willy-nilly-nally, little dilly-dally, little dollop of daisy. I always thought that sounded like it should be like about ice cream, not whipped cream, just not whipped cream. It's not whipped cream, it's like sour cream. Yeah, that's that one. It's the spoiled milk. Get you a little dollop of daisy. They make it sound more appetizing than like, get a little dollop of this and you want to eat it. You don't want to just eat straight up sour cream. You want to eat like iced cream or like whipped cream. A dollop of that, not sour cream. Okay, so I'm a little worried about this one. These are the wax strips of a different brand. These are Nair, and these are Nads. So we got Nair and Nads. Happy with these ones. We'll see if you can live up. Surprise, this is also a wax strip removal review and comparison video. This one glides easier, but they're also a lot newer. Those ones are a couple months old. You don't like booze. Woo, my God, that hurt. But in a good way. It's good pain. This is happy pain. It's like a tattoo. I like to call tattoo pain like happy pain. You're getting something good out of it. You're getting rewarded for the hurt. It's intentional hurt too, like you know what you signed up for, and then it makes it even better in the end, at the end. Oh, this is the same one, and I was talking and I stuck it back on there. Hopefully it's got enough stick to it to where it'll get a little something out of it. New technique, I'm gonna do this and see if that works. But you gotta rip like back. Oh, my knee popped. My hip is sore. Wow, I don't think it was sticky enough. But I'm gonna try that technique again. I like that technique. Technique. Okay, but the booze question. I don't like booze. Not really. I don't really like it. I couldn't drink for a while. Due to some medication I was on, and that was a no biggie for me, no big deal, because I wasn't much of a drinker anyways. I was straight edge like all my teens for the majority of my teens, early young 20s. It just wasn't for me, like, which now it's the same, like I'll have a single drink every several months. That was brutal. That one was rough. The technique works. Wow. You know what? It's not the best, but it's not the worst, and I'll take it. I'm pretty content with it for being an at-home, just little like wax strip, you know, guy. Both of them are all right. I like them both. The aftermath. Look at all these guys. If you want to buy these and have some of my DNA so you can clone me, shoot me a DM. That's like a half joke. Get a little modeling going on, little poorly waxed, very irritated, not smooth leg modeling for you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look how red that is. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, listening to me ramble and talking, tell you some little things about me. Thank you so much for participating. And until next time, my friends, I love you and good night.